Days to Plan, and I've got a new type of video for you for 2020. So this here is a classic skinny size Happy Planner notebook, and it's got dot grid paper inside, and I'm going to be using this for my work planner. So if you look inside, you'll see that it is a dot grid, so there is no layout in here. So I can make this any layout I want. So I'll be using maybe kind of a horizontal or a line vertical. I haven't decided yet, but it might change week to week. So it really will be kind of creating my own bullet journal type of spread in here. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I do is take the pages out of the discs. It's always easier to decorate that way. And here I am counting the number of grids that I need. So I decided that on the left-hand side, I would do the days Monday through Friday. So I would need 5 different spaces, and counting that, it basically was about 10 grids per day, if that makes sense. And so once I count that out, then I use my ruler and my Uniball Signo pen, which I've detailed in the comments, or sorry, in the description below, and start outlining my grid. But the first time I count this out, I actually was off by 1, so I had to adjust everything by 1. I don't know why I was off the first time, but I get to the bottom and I'm like, oh, this is not what I need. So I had to add an extra line up at the top and then readjust all of the lines. Really easy to do, and I just actually ended up taking out my little whiteout and fixing that. Really, really easy to fix because I hadn't really put down the lines yet. But now I know for the future. The great thing about this dot grid line or layout is that you can play around with this layout in so many different ways. I decided to try a horizontal layout just because I feel like I could fit more in this layout this way. I don't know, maybe I could try a like one of the print impression weeks layout and see if that works for me, but for now let's see if this works. And I'm going in with the Happy Planner stamps that I purchased a little while ago. And these are the journaling stamps, so they have the days of the week as well as dates. And I'm using my acrylic block there and placing each of the days of the week on this acrylic block along with the actual date. Now, stamping is one of the things that I absolutely love to do just because it's such a cost-effective way to plan and still decorate your spread. I absolutely love it, except for the fact that it can get a little messy. So when stamping, one of the things I do recommend is having a set of wipes with you so you can wipe off your stamp immediately after, and that way you don't risk getting ink all over your fingers and then getting it all over your spread, which is what I've done so many times before. I love the way that that looks Monday with the 30th. I can't believe it's already the end of the year. So I will be doing this for every day of the week, and I'm still experimenting how I want to do this going forward, but for now I think the stamp is a great way to date your spreads if you don't have a dated planner or if you are bullet journaling. One of my favorite ink pads though is pulling it out here, the VersaFine ink, and actually I purchased this maybe now 2 years ago, and it's still full of ink. It hasn't faded. It's a really, really good quality ink, so I'd highly recommend VersaFine. So I'm not sure why it took me so long to do all the days of the week. It's I think it was partly because I didn't have a proper wipe with me, so I was trying so hard to do this and wipe it off and still be able to keep my fingers clean. And there's going to be a couple of spots where I'm holding my fingers a really weird and awkward way because I didn't want to get ink on the page. I think this is a really, really neat way of being able to date a spread and create your own layout on a spread. So I'm not sure if I fully explained this, but I will be using this as a work planner. I have never had a work planner before, but I was most recently promoted to a slightly higher up position for the WW call center. So I think that it requires me to have a little bit more I guess, notes that I'm taking on a day-to-day basis because I'm dealing with escalations. I need to keep track of the promotions that we've got running, keep track of any members that I need to call back. I want to keep track of any monthly passes I sell, things like that. So I never used to keep track of them before, and I thought, well, this is a great way to experiment with using a new planner layout and keep track of those things that I really should keep track of. And most people, when they do a work planner, they only do Monday through Friday. But because I work, my schedule is definitely different. There are some days where I work, or some weeks that I work every day. Some weeks I have Fridays off. Fridays are normally the days I have off. Thursdays are the days that I work 2 workshops. So my schedule is a little bit all over the place. So my work planner will have all the days of the week. Now that I've outlined all of the days, I'm going to go in and use the Homebody sticker book and still decorate with these beautiful stickers. I think I'm going to find a really nice happy balance between bullet journaling but also still using stickers. I did try bullet journaling I think a couple of years ago when I was doing my fitness planner in my B6 Traveler's Notebook, and while I did love it, I think now trying to do it for a work planner is going to be a lot more beneficial for me as well, because now in terms of my food planning and tracking, I do that all in the Weight Watchers app. So I put down that big box there, and that's going to be for any major promotions or sales that are happening for the week, or any major changes or memos or notes that I need to keep track of. And then I'm going in each day and I'm trying to figure out which would be the most functional sticker for me in terms of keeping track of my stats. But of course, florals first. Always decorate with florals first. Now, I think one of the hard things for me going forward with this particular planner is the fact that the middle part with the discs, or the holes for the discs, is pink. So trying to come up with different color layouts that match the pink might be a little bit difficult for me, but I think I'll be able to make it work. I just realized that I put the same floral on Monday and Saturday, but you know what? It still looks really, really cute. So what I'm looking for here are boxes or functional stickers that will go well on the spread, and I found this really cute, I guess it's a quarter box, but I've got it going over Monday and Tuesday. Now I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to keep track of my stats, and I didn't want to bring in too many colors, so I'm really trying to stick with pink and green. I think one of the hardest things for me is trying to find functional, like proper functional stickers in every sticker book. And I mean, if I could create my own sticker book, I would have one obviously of just boxes I wouldn't have the checklists. I would have the icons for lists, and what else would I have? I think those long quotes, like the long quote I put in the bottom right corner there, I love those long quotes, and florals, decorative stickers. So I put this one long sticker that goes across Thursday, because Thursdays actually I don't normally work the call center on Thursdays. I have 2 workshops. I am a Weight Watchers coach. So for that, I keep track of the stats of how many members attended our workshops and our sales for that day. So really, this overall layout, I'm playing around with how this is going to work for me, and I think this is going to change obviously over the next few weeks to see how well I use this, if I need more space, if I don't need as much space. It really is an experimentation from this point onwards, and actually this will be quite fun to do. I think that's one of the great things about trying out a new planner layout, is that you can experiment with so many different things and so many different layouts and see what works for you. I really liked that Just Focus sticker, but it was way too big and it would have taken way too much room, so I used the smaller one from the Homebody mini sticker book. So there is the finished spread. I'm really happy with it actually, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the notes. I was glad that I could combine both bullet journaling and stamping and stickers, and I think this is super duper cute, and it'll give me a place to write down you know, the escalations that I have, keep track of my sales, the number of members we had attend the 2 workshops I had there. Friday is normally a day off for me, but if I'm working, then I can add extra notes in here as well. And then here I can put in what promotions we're having, any extra notes. And then these really are the number of sales that I do per day. But that is it. I'm really happy with it. We'll see how it goes for the next week. All right. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.